So yeah, the next one is just another thing. It's kind of like God's grace, mixed in between it. Because like I feel like outside of the girl too. You know what I'm saying? Like um, God definitely um, protects me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just even like the certain stuff I do, and even just stuff I be actually like upset about. It's actually I'm grateful. I actually see like the greatness in it. Like today, for instance, like in a real sense, I mean, like I see like an amazing reason, you know what I'm saying, why God probably even has me, you know what I mean, living with my parents, particularly my mother. You know what I mean? Because, then I mean, like that's one thing, definitely, um, in a real sense, like I'm like, another reason why I'll pass. I mean, not even that, but I'm talking about like, like yeah, I can't really. I'm not trying to do no new drugs, nigga. Like I mean, for one, I'm 30. I mean, but at the same time, actually, what's the name? What's the name? Swiss Beats. He actually started like smoking and drinking when he was like 30. I mean, so it's not people don't do new things, nigga. I definitely want to do new things, but it's funny that even like today, for instance, I had a horrible dream, two horrible dreams, but at the same time, I woke up like I was motivated to go get those drinks. Like, let me go get these for sure. So I was like even just just even in my mindset like literally like yesterday and like today even like to actually take the action. And it was like I went like 5 minutes within waking up. I mean I went to the store and got the drink. I mean so it was like even just that like my mindset of like um, making healthier choices for a multitude of reasons. Even that is like I feel like a way of God showing His protection on my life for what I was kind of like um, someone mentioned today. I mean even like on my way back I actually heard a sermon. Some sermons are like in a pig's blood. It'd be like, more like dang, but this one actually mentioned something like, like even like something like, the blessed ones, whatever, something like that. I'm just paraphrasing because it was just, it's something like, the blessed ones, like even in the face of temptation, pass, like, something like that. It shouldn't say it like that at all, but it was like, um, don't, succumb to, temptation. You know what I mean? So I was like, that's a great blessing because even on the way home, I was like, damn, I wish that didn't even happen just now, but but because that's the thing they say about but I don't want to get too much in detail about that. So beyond that, one thing that I feel like one reason God blessed me because, like I said, just live with my mom. You know what I'm saying? I'm still like it's great improvements, which what I'm saying it's kind of funny, like 'cause it's still like kind of. It's kind of it gets bad at the same time. It's like not gets bad, but it's like it's just, I'm just constantly reminded like my mom don't like the shit I do, like drinking, stuff like that. But it's gotten a lot better. I mean, over the years, because like I said, I told her, like these are like substances. I'll say, I've been using 10, probably 12 plus years. I mean, like, but even just 10 plus years, but yeah, even longer than that. I mean, so yeah. Um, I've been smoking trees and drinking alcohol longer. I won't say way longer, but like longer than I've been smoking tobacco. I mean, like even when I smoke tobacco, like what I'm saying, like in the past, like in high school, and like early on in my college year, it wasn't like to this capacity whatsoever. And even like I was smoking like cigarettes, and like I told you before, like cigarettes don't really go too well with me in the first place, even to this day. I mean, so like I can definitely, I like I'll smoke a cigarette, like every now and then. And gratefully, it actually kind of worked out for me when I was in Atlanta one time. I couldn't find the cigars, but even like the money wise, it was still like I was still looking for the cigars, dog. Cause, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny, I found them like right in the backyard. I mean, not in the backyard, but I found like like the closest store that was even near us, and it's like the cigars were right there. And I just happened to see them. I mean, like I just happened to see them, like from. I don't know what I was doing, but I was doing something like like I happened to see them. I mean, like so that was a great blessing too. But it was still like $2 plus. I mean, but still that was like that was less than even like what I usually pay. So like it was a good that was a good price at that point. I mean, so I was very blessed to get those because even like the cheapest like cigars like like $4. I mean the cheapest cigarettes like $4. So it's like double what I usually pay even just for the cheap shit. I mean, for the cheapest type of I mean that's even in the South. I mean like they don't really be going under like if anything the cheapest is like three something, but it's like even with tax it's probably like like four something. I mean so yeah. But one thing though, another protection, like I said, like just my mother. I mean, like even with the shit I do now is like still like a challenge. I mean, like still like that. So it's like these are these are things I know how my body for the most part reacts to these things. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, I was offered something. And not even offered. Just do you don't drink this. And I was like nah. You know what I'm saying? Nah. But in the past though. I've tried stuff like that out. I mean, and even just in the past, I've experimented with certain stuff, even like perks and stuff. I've tried it probably like twice, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really go on me either, but not like this. I said like syrup and stuff. I mean, that's a conversation, like a big conversation with the syrup. I mean, uh, I hear, I'm grateful even that. That's something that kind of way God protects me, just hearing so much, more so bad stuff and good stuff. Like, the only really good stuff you hear about syrup is like, for the most part, like, they glorify it like in rap songs. They glorify a lot in rap songs, but for the most part, it's just like, um, and that's been for a while. I mean, so that's why, like, early on, like my freshman year of college, and I was messing with, it was either the codeine or promethazine. I mean, but that was even like in a small dosage. I remember they was like, you walk a little like a zombie. I mean, like shoot. So I can't walk around looking like a zombie, around my, around my mother specifically. I mean, like, see what I'm saying? So I can't really, you know what I'm saying? That's not really a good look. And also just, like I said, like I'm not really like, I don't know how that affects me personally. I mean, like, so even just with this, it's kind of like a good thing. Like, this is even kind of helping me to kind of like look at myself, even just like on camera, beyond the mirror, but look at myself and like actually see what I'm doing. I mean, so it's like I don't even want to be like sleep on, like straight up sleep on, look like a zombie on camera. Because I was like, damn. Also what I hear then is that shit don't really mix like the best with alcohol. So it's like so I don't even want to do all that, and then just like mm, but like I said, promethazine and codeine and stuff, that was one of those. I think it was promethazine, but even like that was like oh 07, probably the last time I did that. And then I went like in Massachusetts. I used to like that was in Atlanta. So like last time I did like I used to like drink Nyquil. That was what I did the most. Not the most, but I did that a little bit. But I even mixed that with coffee one time. But you know what I'm saying, like sleep in, wake you up. I mean, but I just mixed that with different stuff. Sprites and stuff, dirty Sprite. But you know what I'm saying, just like Nyquil even. But I didn't do that too much though. But even like that was something I used to do, and that was even like I was like telling me that was even like even after I met you. I mean, so it's funny, but that's crazy. But mm, just yeah, it just didn't really. Some a lot of stuff just doesn't really go with me. I mean, like it just doesn't really. But even like that wasn't like actual serving like that. But either way, I mean, I'm not big on like drugs. I kind of stick with the basics. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying. So even like the cushion stuff. I mean, I don't even like to. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to get like the strong. Really, like for the most part, I don't really like to even get strong trees. You know what I mean? So really, I'm like really like stick with the basics. Shit, smoke the scene. I feel like Bob Marley, not even his son. Like Bob Marley used to smoke like getting like even to smoke the shit like like probably like the good shit. I mean, but like like in the '60s or '70s or '80s. I'm saying like '60s and like that. I mean like shit. So like even just that, I like to fuck with like that type of shit. I mean like the low, like I said, low THC type shit. I mean so even just with that. But I'm gonna tell you the next video like kind of another way I feel like God's protecting me and just even like the my mindset and stuff, just even like is a great kind of shield, like a great kind of helper in my greatness, whatever.